Okay, uh, part two to this, the test of the SOL escape bivvy. On this part, I'm going to use it in conjunction with the Kifaru Woobie. Now, a lot of you guys um, may know this product. It's made by Kifaru. Super, super good brand. They're made to order, which means when you order it, you could wait 6 to 8 weeks. But they're made individually in America. They pack down super compact. They weigh, at least mine weighs 1 pound 4 ounces, which for a sleeping bag, which is what you can reasonably use this as, down to 40 degrees, that's really light. It's made out of a climb shield, which is a lot like Primaloft, but I really don't know how the two are different. But even scrunching it up, I mean, you don't even have to use a stuff bag. You can pack your pack and stuff this around to fill any of the nooks and crannies. But yeah, the kind I have is multicam on one side and like Ranger Green or Olive Drab on the other side. I don't want to get the dimensions wrong. I don't have them with me, but it's around 7 feet long and about a little over 5 feet. It's 62 or 64 inches wide. And again, later on I'll do a full review on this because this is a pretty cool product. But I mean, like some things, it has loops on all four corners and then kind of along the perimeter, and they're made out of not even hollowed out. They're made out of full chunks of 550 cord. Not super durable, but to make like an insulated like poncho hooch or to loop them together to make a sleeping bag, those come in really helpful. The price point on this is a lot higher than a standard poncho liner. It'll run you, I want to say the camo version ran me around 175 maybe, and then you pay shipping and everything. But a really outstanding product. Part of the reason why it is light is it has no zippers, which zippers can add weight because they're steel. So it has no zippers, which in a way is a downside, but how I look at it is that's one less thing to fail. It also lets you compact it smaller. I have, in the review of this product, I'll show you how small it does pack down, but it packs down nicely and it packs down small. Like I've said, I've used this last spring and I slept in it overnight, and it got down to around 4 and 5 in the morning. It got down to like 31 or 32 degrees, so about this temperature. And around that time, I did wake up and I was a little bit chilled, but I was able to go back to sleep and it didn't bother me. I wasn't shivering uncontrollably or anything. But yeah, I'm going to get in that SOL bivvy, and then I'm going to kind of drape this on top of me and almost use it as a secondary sleeping bag, and see how warm I can get with these two products. It's pretty good. Oh. So, as you probably saw, it's kind of a hassle. It's a little bit harder than getting in just a regular sleeping bag. But yeah, oh, right away, I can already feel myself warming up a lot more than just the bivvy bag alone. It's already almost getting a little bit too warm. My face is still a little bit chilled because it's exposed. My feet are just because, I was standing on them and I'm just in socks. But I'm moving them around a little bit, trying to get some blood flow down there. But at least my core temperature, which is important, I'm warm. It actually almost feels like a mild sauna, which is impressive. And I just got in this too, and I'm not just saying that for the camera. I yeah, I sleep in this system down to this temperature, probably even colder. But again, I'm on a good sleeping pad, which can make all the difference. The reason why is the loose Primaloft and the ClimaShield insulations only work when air is trapped between them. Kind of the whole definition of insulation. So when you're laying on that insulation, you're compressing it, and not really that much air can get trapped in there. So, but a sleeping pad is denser, so it can trap air between it's just dead airspace. It's kind of the same as like like an inflatable pool floaty bed type thing, because there's that air between you and the water, or in this case you and the ground, and so that air is getting you off the ground, so it's insulating you, and because it's dense, your body isn't compressing it. So I mean, that can make all the difference right there. If I wasn't on a sleeping pad, I'd probably be frozen right now. So I mean, that's why I always pack a sleeping pad. It has nothing to do with the comfort. I could care less if it was super comfortable or not. It's just to add insulation beneath me. And that's a mistake many people make when they complain about the comfort of like sleeping pads. And some of them are made to be comfortable, but the ones that pack down small and compact and are lightweight, like the one I have, is a Thermarest Pro Light regular size, so it's 20 inches wide by 6 feet long. Weighs 14 ounces, I want to say. It weighs right around a pound, and it packs down to the size of an Nalgene bottle, but slightly taller. But it's not built to give you comfort. It does offer you some comfort. Its sole purpose is to insulate you from the ground, and its comfortability is kind of secondary. But and that's a mistake a lot of people make with sleeping bags when they say the sleeping bag rating is off. It really isn't, because they're assuming that you'll be using a sleeping pad, which you should be. And I'm pretty sure they state that in their test facility, like how they test it. They say you'll get this rating with a proper sleeping pad. I'm just gonna But yeah, so I mean, I've slept in 20-degree bags down to 15 degrees because I was on a good sleeping pad and I was comfortable. And I've slept in 40-degree bags down to right around freezing, like this temperature, 35 degrees, 32. And so I mean, there's two things. Either one, I'm just lucky, or two, I'm just using the proper insulation beneath me, and I'm not relying on the sleeping bag's insulation to insulate me from the ground. So it's to get a good system, you have to understand some basic thermodynamics. But you know, sometimes it's better to pack a slightly lighter sleeping bag, and that weight you saved, pack a lightweight, like a thermarest, like the one I have. There's some like the Neo Air, which is just all air, and they're actually a little bit warmer and they're thicker and more comfortable. Some people, they use like just a basic foam exercise mat. Those aren't as good and they're bulkier, but they're still better than nothing. And then some people use like a windshield sun reflector, a windshield reflector that's meant to fit in a windshield. And I bought one of those from just the local Walmart, and I want to say they're like $5. And I weighed it, and it weighs about 2 to 3 ounces. And you know, yeah, they're kind of bulky, but they do offer you a lot more effectiveness with your sleeping bag. But I'm just going to escape out of my escape bivvy. And maybe I'll go inside and review this product a little bit more. But again, it's 32 degrees out here. I've been out here for probably 40 minutes now, and I'm not uncomfortably cold. I was warm in the bag, now I'm cooling off a little bit, but you know,